think it's 10 o'clock. So good morning and thanks for joining me. So before we start, just a few things. First one again is on posture. So yeah, with posture, you really want to have this sense of having a straight back. So I'm assuming most people are on chairs, and so just seeing what could you do to adjust the chair you're on, or adjust how you're sitting in it to make it comfortable. One thing with sitting on chairs is it's really good if you can have your feet, like both feet, planted on the floor, like your feet are solidly on the floor. That actually helps a lot. So you might have to adjust sometimes. Sometimes you might realize actually a different chair would be better. Or it might be if your feet aren't in contact with the ground, putting a blanket or something under them. And so, like whether it's adjusting right now or just thinking for the next session, what would help you have this sort of upright posture, the feet are on the floor, and but you're also comfortable. So then, generally, with mindfulness practices, like there's loads of different types, and the thing they have in common is that they're always focused on the senses, on sensations, meaning like noticing the movement of the breathing, or noticing the feet on the floor, or noticing like the warmth of the cup, or the sound of the birds, or whatever it is. It's always to do with coming into the senses. And that's because if we're totally stuck in our thoughts, it's easy to be caught up in the future or thinking about the past. Whereas in comparison, senses are just in this moment. Like I can only feel this exact breath right now. So by kind of tuning into senses and sensations, we sort of get pulled into the present moment. And that's really, that's one of the main things that's happening in mindfulness practice. So today's practice then is on the breathing, so continuing from the last session, but also on sensations in the body. So let's get started and we'll practice for maybe 10 minutes. So just settling into your posture. And with this practice, it's really helpful to not judge how you're doing. So you don't want to be kind of critiquing your practice, or you don't want to expect that you'll be perfectly able to focus on the breathing throughout the practice. What's much more likely is that the mind will wander, and from time to time you'll realize it's wandering and you invite it back. And the more sort of gently you do that, the easier it is to make progress. Whereas the more kind of rigid you are or try to force things, it's just not enjoyable then. So yeah, you're bringing the mind back in this kind of gentle, but still, you're directing it back to the breathing, say, and being nice to yourself in the practice. And beginning with the breathing. So seeing if you can invite your breathing or invite your attention to go towards your breathing. And it could be at the stomach, like the movement there, or at the chest, or maybe at the nostrils, like the air flowing in and out of the nose. And just seeing for this practice, where might you like to focus on your breathing? And it's just about picking that place and just noticing the breath there, noticing any movement or any sensations. And it's the natural rhythm of your breathing. So you're not trying to change your breathing at all. Your regular breathing is fine. But when you're breathing in, you are with it. You're noticing that you're breathing in. And when you're breathing out, you're noticing, you're directly feeling that you're breathing out. And it's tempting to start thinking about the breath. But what we're actually moving towards is feeling it. Feeling maybe the movement, really being aware of the in breath and maybe the pause and the out breath, maybe another pause, and then an entirely new round of breathing and being with that. And if the attention is on the breathing right now, that's fine. And also, if the attention is just wandering, that's fine too. Just having a look, where's it going? What story am I in? And noticing it and being curious and then inviting the attention back. Just gently but firmly inviting it back to the breathing. And then we could change the focus to move out from the breathing and out to include the whole body. So just this kind of awareness of your whole body sitting here. And it's not like judging the body or wishing it was different. It's trying to be in the body. And to help it, it can be useful to focus on different parts, like really noticing the contact your feet have with the floor. Like, can you notice, are your feet warm or cold? And just noticing. Are there any other sensations at the feet? Like, can you notice a sense of touch? Or are there sensations through the legs or the contact your body has with the chair or with the cushion? Can you notice any sensations in the trunk of your body, in the arms, or scanning all the way up the face, the head, all the way up to the top of the head? And just this experience of the whole body sitting here and nothing else to do right now. Just being aware of the whole body. And again, if the mind wanders off, that's a great chance to practice awareness, like catch it. Ah, I'm thinking about this now. Okay, I'll come back for a minute. And nicely inviting the attention back to the practice. In this case, it's just to the experience of the whole body sitting here. And just for the last few moments, just staying with the experience of just sitting here and breathing until you hear the sound of the bell. So, coming out of the practice in your own time. So, again, this session's been recorded, so it'll be on this same page. And yeah, if you feel like trying this again, that would be great. You could like do the session again. And then our next live meditation is Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, 10 in the morning. So yeah, really thanks for joining me, and look forward to practicing again soon. And hope you have a lovely